was meant to be like an alarm. 50s phone was ringing. Anyway, good morning, good afternoon, good evening, wherever you're watching us from. How on earth are you doing today? My name is Rebecca Redican. You can call me Becky. And I tell you what, today is absolutely jam scram packed. I have got so much to tell you and so many faces to show you. We have got oodles on. You are going to be chuffed as peas that you have tuned in today. Let me tell you some little extras that you need to know before we dive on into the world of creativity. First things first, if you've not joined us yet this week, we've got a new schedule all for April. These are your times at the side. You can go through them yourself. I won't bore you with going through it. Take a picture of it if you want. With me looking good. Wait, don't get me halfway through a sentence. Take a picture now. Great, thanks. So basically, Wake Up Call now starts at 11 as opposed to 12. We've had a few switch arounds, but you've got all that info there for you. Also, another one is, you know, before it'd be like, oh, shop the show, and there was like 3 shows a day, and you had to go into different bits of the website. Who's got time nowadays? We have put all of our treats from the whole day in one place. Head on over to our website. It looks like this. You see our little video there? Underneath it, shop the day. Click on that and you will be able to see all of our top goodies from all of the shows combined. I've got softer side for your soft craft needs, including some new fabric. Ooh. And I've also got masterclass coming up as well. We have got so many treats on that website, including a whole section called Fiver Friday. So there's a whole section where you only have to spend one crisp note of £5 or $5 on our website. Head on over there, you will see the banner, click on that and get your bargains whilst you can. So do have a little nosy for that. Now, I did mention earlier on, did I not, that faces galore today. And we have got some exceptional faces over in the crafters area. We have got the wonderful Becky and Corrine. Hi ladies.
Hello.
How are you both today?
Very well.
Yeah, really good.
Now I know you've got
up to that welcome, but
no, I know.
that's impressive.
I know you've got some goodies for us. Can you give us, Becky first, a little bit of an idea of what to expect?
We've got some really beautiful fabric. I know I said this every week, but this is like real kind of Easter fabric. I didn't want to use it. I just wanted to keep it. So I've been really sparing with all my demos this time. And we've also got our Build a Block of the Week, or Build a Block of the Week, and Safe Stitch as well. So we've got loads and loads to show you today.
Absolutely love that. And Corrine, you're going to be joining us for Masterclass. What should we expect?
So it's all about Masquerade Ball. Gorgeous, opulent, gorgeous colours, really beautiful things. So we've got things like masks and chandeliers. We've got stamps if you like to do colouring yourself. The backing papers are beautiful. I love the colours. Look at that. Can you see the foiling on that? Can you see how that pops? Absolutely gorgeous. And we've got feathers. It wouldn't be a Masquerade Ball if you didn't have feathers. Absolutely beautiful. You're going to love it. And we're going to maybe show you some different techniques with some of we've got 3D embossing folders. Absolutely beautiful and so much fun.
I love it. I did say that there were many faces on the show. Not only do we have the wonderful Becky and Corrine, it is our absolute pleasure. Back by popular demand, we have got wonderful Be Creative. We've got Gordon and Justin. Welcome, gentlemen. Oh, who could that be? I love, Justin, how you have made that just work so well. I could see you just down the shops.
It's coincidence. Actually, you're launching a masterclass in Masquerade. I've just happened to do a mast for Masquerade with crystals.
It's so exciting.
Yeah, so basically it's just like my technique is to show you how to do the feathering and how to sculpt with the wonder sheets and the wonder tape, and with the crystals to just create something a bit more unusual.
I love it.
On top of the thick embossing crystals we have today, we have screen printing like you have never seen it before. If I hold that up there, there's just one example of something we have done with the screens. Now, our screen printing is the simplest way you will ever see screen printing done. We don't have, it's not messy, we don't have a large screen printing tool. In fact, we have a big surprise for you actually, because what we're going to be using for screen printing, we're not going to be using a screen printing tool, we're not going to be using a squeegee, there's going to be no mess, If I hold this up, a lot of you will know what this is. This is our A4 Stampers Friend Pro, our stamping platform, and it also now doubles up as our screen printing tool. I'm going to be using this, and I'm going to be using this, our Whizzy tool. So this is going to be screen printing like you have never seen it before. We can screen print anything, pillowcases, bags, we can card, paper, whatever you want to do. So you're going to be seeing this for the first time today.
I am so excited. You cannot wait until you see more of their samples. Trust me, you are going to see these pieces and be so inspired. I'm so looking forward to it. So that lovely pair, the wonders of waistcoats themselves, will be back with us in about an hour's time. So keep your peepers peeled. Before that though, let me give you a little sneaky peek of our softer side. We have got for you some brand new fabrics. If you love Pantone's colour of the year, you are going to fall in love with these. Let me show you the deals that we've got. All of these are individual, all of them by ½ metre lengths. Say you bought 2½ metres, they would come as a full metre. So I've got your duck egg floral silhouette here, stunning flowers on that one. As well as that, I'm going to be bringing to you the lavender floral silhouette. So these look like little hanging over lavender buds, if you will. Really beautiful detail on those. Absolutely adore that colour. Then I have got for you your nighttime floral silhouette. This purple is divine. For me, it's so chic, really beautiful in its colour. Then I've got same pattern but dark, a different colour. Sorry. This is your scattered bluebells. No, that one's scattered
blue. The bluebells.
Hang on. Yeah, that was nighttime florals.
Yep.
And this is scattered bluebells. Scattered bluebells.
On blue's the second
blue.
One. Out of order.
They weren't in order. Sorry, I should have doubly checked myself. So this one is your bluebell. On the blue, this is your bluebell. On the cream as well. So if you fancy those ones, they look great together. I'd love them with our new builder block. Woo. As well as that, I've got for you, get ready to jump for joy if you love your nanimals. Oh, look at these. So these ones are your hares, bluebell hares. So you've got these lovely hares peeping out, all different personalities on them. They're cute faces. And then I've got hedgehogs on cream. The hedgehogs themselves are adorable. Little smiley faces and lovely little colours, mushrooms, floras, faunas, loads on there. So pick the ones that you like. Do feel free to head over to our website. You'll be able to have a closer look at them, but do treat yourself to those in the quantities you wish. I have got a builder block for you today, and this is builder block of the week, and what that means is we have for you something a bit different and something seriously bargainacious. This is your Winding Ways collection, and in here you are going to be taught how to create stunning designs such as this, but you are going to get so many designs. Becky, can you explain to people at home what is kind of the idea behind our builder blocks?
So we're giving you multimedia dies, so that will allow you to cut multiple layers of fabric. That one, you know, it looks, when you first sort of look at the box, you just sort of think, okay, you know, I can make a quilt bit like that. But when you start opening up the booklet, you will see there's a whole myriad of different designs you can make just with those few different shapes. And we've tried to make it easy for you to be able to cut out these shapes. Often the shapes we've got in some of our builder blocks have got sort of weird curves and all those sorts of things. And anyone that's tried to cut, even if you're going to be cutting out an ordinary pattern to make some clothes, you'll know that cutting around a curve is really, really difficult. And when you want to do patchwork, you want to make sure the beauty of the builder block, because it's going to be cut out exactly the way you want it, because they're all cut by dies. So it was going to make everything a lot easier for you, and you can start putting together some really beautiful designs.
It really does get rid of the sort of bit of cutting and all of that, doesn't it? It's brilliant. As do these that I'm about to show you. Now, these are from the Quilters Guild. I know for a lot of you have worked with here is creating different designs that you can cut and make 3-in-1. So we've got all of these different ones, kaleidoscope wheel, you've got your geometric bloom, and you've also well, all of these ones, multimedia dyes, so you can even cut through like thick fabrics like denim and glittered fabrics. These are yourself. Should we have a closer look at these, Becky?
Yes, so the one I thought we would look at is a coxcomb applique, because often with the builder block systems we're just looking at patchwork, and this is looking at more of a applique kind of design of sort of builder blocks that we've got. They've taken their inspiration from traditional quilting. So these, if I open up the little booklet that you'll get here, you'll be able to see this is a traditional, this is a coxcomb quilt from 1870. So this the kind of traditional designs and trying to make them look a little bit more modern. Now with the little booklets you'll get the full instructions as to how to make the 3 different projects on the front of the packaging. So this one's got a tote bag, a quilt, and it will show you in detail how to cut everything. Talked about the grain before, and that's to do with the flow of the fabric and having the fabric on straight rather than cutting on a curve. Now that is particularly important, less important here, and when we do our demonstration later on today, when we're talking about the winding ways, a lot of that is on curves, and that is when that becomes really, really important. All the information about how much fabric and how to put everything together. So what I thought I would do is I would run some of these dies through the machine, and I'm going to start putting together
oh, cool.
I am so in love with the fabric. Like I said before, I don't want to use it. I really don't, because it's just so cute. So what I've already cut some of these pieces out, and I've just cut. I love the little hedgehog. I didn't want to dissect the hedgehog. I've just cut the little pieces, and I'm going to cut in the middle. What is it called when you have a collection of hedgehogs?
Cuteness.
Is it a prickle? Is it a prickle of hedgehog? That's the case or not.
That sounds good,
Yeah,
though.
I like that idea, prickle of hedgehogs.
Yeah. They've been known to be called a prickle, but
Which is just as cute, let's be honest.
prickle.
Just like so, and then I'm going to paste my my die over the top. So I'll pop that on here. Now I will tape this down. I'm also going to cut out some of the little leaves. So if I look at the you'll get this part here, which is effectively like the comb part, and this is the main part of the flower. But I'm not going to use all of that. I'm just going to use that little tiny kind of flower here, and I'm going to use this little petal in order to make the design. You know, we've got to be thinking about our Easter mostly with chocolate, really, let's be honest. That's how I'm going to be decorating my Easter table. And in fact, I have already put my Easter egg display up.
Oh, tell me more.
Well, I have, I like to buy all those little tiny eggs that you with like picket fences around the outside, and I fill them with eggs. And then I've got some little rabbits, not real ones because they don't stay still, but little rabbits.
It's adorable.
But it doesn't last very long because there's chocolate.
Yes, of course.
So I suspect when I get home, empty chocolate. So I'm using my clear plates, my fabric plates, fabric plate on top of my dye and my fabric, and I'll pop them through the machine.
Lovely jubbly. Don't forget, if you've got any questions for Becky or any... We've got loads of people in. Sarah saying hi to everyone. We've got Rhiannon in from Australia. Hello to you. We've got Melbourne in as well. That's a different person. Hello to you all. If you have any questions, do get in touch with us. We love to hear from you.
This will be ready. And I've got my little hedgehogs. Oh, they're just so cute. I love this fabric. I think it's so pretty and so ideal for Easter. I thought actually would be quite nice is using some of these to make little drawstring bags for the children to fill up with eggs. But like I say, I didn't want to use the fabric because I like it so much, so I wanted to keep it all for myself. There we go. So I've already cut some of these out, so you can see what hedgehog in the middle. So all I'm going to do here, I've just cut a piece of white fabric, and I'm just going to sort of put my little decorations, little petals around here. So that's what the front part of my cutlery holder is going to look like. Now, if I get chance later on, I'll show you how to put together a much larger one to make a table mat as well. But it's effectively done in the same way. Now, what you need to do is secure these pieces onto your fabric. Now, you can do that in a variety of different ways. So you may want to use some Bonder web, which is the kind of thing that you iron onto the back of the fabric, and then you peel the backing off, and then you would iron that down, and that would adhere to the fabric here. Or you could use some of our stick and spray for fabric, which is what I used earlier on, just to secure everything down. So if I show you what that looks like now, I've already done one here. So I'd already sprayed that on. So these are all sort of stuck down. But I just want to give it a little sort of finish off. So I'm just doing some running stitch with some embroidery thread around the outside. Now you could finish this in all sorts of ways. So you could do some blanket stitch, or you could put this on your sewing machine. And they're quite small, so you don't need to worry that you're doing something really big. So sometimes you might want to use satin stitch on your sewing machine. That's quite easy to do on these sort of smooth curves here. Now, if you're going to be using your sewing machine and you're going to be doing satin stitch around the outside, these curves are a little bit harder, so it's entirely up to you how you want to finish it off. But what I'm going to do is I'm just going to carry on doing a little bit of running stitch around here, and that is going to make the main part of my little cutlery bag. Yeah, so you can see here, if I show you the directions down here, we're going to finish it off later on with some other fabric and some binding that we're going to do around the edge. And the table mat is done in exactly the same way, obviously using a larger piece of fabric. So that is something that you're going to be able to do. And this is all the information is contained inside here. So you're going to be able to make this, you'll be able to make these for all sorts of different things. But I think having something like this at Easter or perhaps at Christmas, this is going to sort of last and last. Now, with the red colour that we've used in this red colour is quite an iconic colour in quilting. So if you wanted to sort of follow the directions to make it more of like a traditional looking quilt, using this sort of like minty green and the red would be sort of iconic traditional colours that would have been used in that original quilt from the 1870s. So we're giving you a little bit of history in here as well as sort of directions in order for you to make your new items. And obviously you can sort of mix and match with any of these. But with this particular one, I quite liked it being an applique builder block as opposed to one of the ones that we've had before when it's more to do with the patchwork. But obviously you could use this in conjunction with any of the other builder block systems that you already have.
It is so fabulous, and you are going to have a whole heap of fun because these are your multimedia dies, so they're just going to run through whatever you need, whether it is like your wadding, whether you want to do this absolutely can treat yourself. So these are all of them that you get in the set, and it is 3-in-1, it says, for the different designs. But don't forget, it's like a jigsaw, but all of the pieces can fit together. You just need to use your imagination, and you can make these into whatever kind of patterns, designs you want. Nothing stopping you mixing and matching, because you're getting them all in there anyway. So today you've got that fabulous deal on screen. The fact that you're getting so many opportunities is just wonderful. That will be, we're going to be diving more into depth with them later on with the lovely Becky. Let me remind you also that we have got new fabrics, and the fabrics today are absolutely beautiful. The colours on these are stunning. Actually, I think cut them down a bit, whip them into a waistcoat. I've got two gentlemen opposite me that would absolutely rock them. I have got for you your duck egg floral silhouette. This is number 1. I've also got for you the different shades. So it's the same design, as you can see, but this one's your duck egg and this one is your lavender floral. Really interesting pattern on these. You've got some little like love heart buds, almost look a bit like fuchsias. They're really nice. Then I've got for you the nighttime. So you can see here we've got the lighter florals on this, but actually if I pair it with the original, the first one, I think that is such a stunning pairing, nice and muted. Then I'm going to bring to you one of my favourites. This is your scattered bluebells. I think this is a great one to purchase because did you know that blue is the most popular colour in the world? 33% of people in the UK said blue is their favourite colour, and this most certainly for me is a really wearable blue. We have also got for you today scattered bluebells on cream. This is a really lovely delicate cream, and again it pairs in really nicely with my next one that I've got for you, which is, that's my impression of the way a rabbit sounds. It's not a rabbit though, it's a hare. But yes, this is your wonderful hare that we've got for you, frolicking in the bluebells. Lots of different poses on that one. I'll fold it out a bit more just so you can see sort of how the pattern works. Lovely design on that. And then I've got the hedgehog. The hedgehog that we've just been working with on that design with Becky on cream. So those are some wonderful different designs you've got there. All really nice and workable together, no matter what the format as well. So we haven't just got Softer Side, we haven't just got the wonderful Gordon and Justin from Be Creative, we have also got Masterclass at 6 p.m. UK, which is 1 p.m. or 10 a.m. depending where you are in the world. With Masterclass, it is all about the marvellous Masquerade, rich, indulgent and stunning collections. I've got loads in here, 12 by 12 paper pads, I've got luxury card, I've got embossing folders, stamps, dies. I have got absolutely oodles going on in here. So if you do want to seize the moment or you want to be inspired, I've got the lady for you. It's Corrine. Hiya.
Yes, it's gorgeous, isn't it? This, as I was saying earlier, the opulence and the colourways. I've got the paper pad here. Look at this paper pad. It's double-sided. It's 12 by 12. The colours in here are absolutely amazing. You've got the gorgeous, the dark purple. They're colours with, I don't know, attitude. They're really bold. They're not just barely there. They're, you know, when we're talking purple, we're talking purple. We're not there, you know, we're not having any of these wishy-washy lilacs or anything like that. We're going full. Look at those. God, I love this, the orange and the purple together. Doesn't that look beautiful? This one's actually one of my favourite ones with that, like the watermarks. But, you know, you've got foiling on some of them. They're all 12 by 12. They're all double-sided. They're absolutely gorgeous. And to make that work, you've got your luxury mixed card as well. So you're going to 25 pieces of a card, all 250 GSM, so it's really, really good quality card, and the colours match the paper pad perfectly. But what are you going to be making with these? Now we're going to give you stamps, and then we've got feather dies, which are beautiful. Look at this with the gorgeous paper, so you've sort of got your fold card. As we said, we've got stamps, so you can be doing Z-fold cards like that. Isn't that absolutely gorgeous? all your gorgeous colouring techniques. Now, I know Leanne was showing us on the Academy Colour how to get the pleats in your skirts, which are gorgeous. Then we could maybe be having shaker cards. Look at that with the mask on the front, the chandelier inside. Now, tonight, I'm going to make a 3D chandelier. I'm going to cut it out 4 or 5 times and stick it back to back and make it 3D, which should be really good fun. You know, mix and match the different elements, making easel cards is entirely up to you. But do you notice with all of them, the strength of the colours is what really, really pops out? Isn't that gorgeous? And look, we've got, I'll show you here, 2 of the most amazing 3D embossing folders. Now, I love a 3D embossing folder because when we look at here, this book's a bit lower, this bit stands out a little bit prouder. So you've got the different depth of colour on there. So we're going to do some inking, we're going to do some gilding waxes, we're going to really bring it down. And tonight, I'm going to get our Spectrum Noir glitter markers out and we're going to colour the embossed image.
Ooh,
something
nice.
a little bit different. We don't normally do that, so I thought we'll have a go at that. Might take a little bit of time, but we've got a couple of hours this evening, so we'll have a go at doing that. But isn't that absolutely gorgeous?
That is stunning. I love all of that. Just gorgeous. Loads of you getting in touch. Hello to you all. I've got Leanne in saying, I'm sneakily watching from work. Hello, you sneaky minx. What do you like? Hello to you. An interesting one that's come through. Hayley is saying, I absolutely love the Masquerade ball. It's one of my favourites. I've had to top up with some papers. Well done you. But the interesting one was Scrap Paper Scissors said, good morning, Corrine. Your demos yesterday with the cute character launch was fabulous. I can't wait to get mine.
Right, should we sneak peek? We might, if we have time, be able to sneak a couple of demos in with that today.
Yay!
Yes, I just said, I saw Georgina, our producer, walked in and went, can we have them on again today? Can we have them on today? And she was still turning the computer on and hadn't even seen what was on the show. And can we have the cute creatures on again, please? So hopefully we might be able to give a sneak peek of that.
Absolutely.
Today. Okay. All right, so should we have a little bit of a demo and a little bit of a play? So we're going to start with our 3D embossing folder. Now, I love this. So when you feel it, you can feel the different heights of the emboss in here. So it's really, really opulent. So it is a 4 inches by 6 inch embossing folder, but you have a little bit of a border around the edge, which you need because your embossing folder needs to seal shut. So what I've actually done is I've cut my cardstock, can you see, slightly smaller than 4 inches by 6 inches, just so that I capture it within the actual embossed area. Now, I'm doing this on white card because we're going to be adding some inks, but oh my goodness me, this on black with embossing waxes is amazing. So 3D embossing folder, slightly different plate, embossing folder, magnetic and clear and plastic shim. You don't need your other plate, so, because we've got the 3D height, so we can, you can drop one of those plates out, but you're going to get such a depth of emboss. So if I open this out, you can see this has been inked, this embossing folder, but that's absolutely fine.
That was gorgeous.
That, yeah,
that's really
isn't
nice.
That, now that is called letter pressing. So what we've done is the person that used it before had put some ink on the embossing folder before they embossed. We're going to put some more on now, but you can see how that looks. But if you wanted that really stronger, then really go in and put some ink on. Some point. So we can go, actually, I think I was meant to do that. But never mind, we'll do it with the ink. So I've got a couple of different colours of inks. So I've got some purple, I've got some pink, and I want it. One, isn't that absolutely beautiful? And I picked this and I cut it specifically here. So I actually cut a bit off either side because I wanted the mask to be centre point. So what we're going to do is we're going to get our inks, and I'm just going to work through different colours with my inks. Let me see if I can match it up to the one I did at home, roughly. So we can come in and we can bring in our inks. But I'm pressing quite hard so that it goes through to the back as well as on the front. If I wanted to, if you can see, just dust over the top. Can you see how it's not going through to the back? So it depends what impact you want, what effect. So I want it to come all the way through. So we're going to go a little bit harder. And then we're going to get pink. Maybe, let's see if we can get enough out of this one. There we go. And then we can come on with the pink. Now, so that you can really, you know, there's no start, there's no finish between the different colours. And then we're going to come in with a bit more pink. There we go. And get some really lovely colour in there. And I might just come back in with my purple just to make sure that blend is gorgeous. And then what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to put this on my mat because I want to create a nice, like the colour I wanted. So I'm all for making my own. So let's just bring that in and bring that together. A little bit there, and then we can, oh, look at that. That is gorgeous green. If I wanted to, let's go a little bit more blue in that one and bring it. So
I love how you sound shocked at yourself. Oh, I've made a brilliant green.
Oh, I do.
Gosh, I am great. No, but I agree with you.
My husband sometimes I go, look at this, and he'll go, lovely. I don't know. Can you be as impressed as I am, please?
Myself with how good I am. I love it.
Yeah. It's lovely, darling. Thank you. Right, so once I've got to there, I'm going to bring in some gilding waxes to really make this pop. It just so happened that I was doing another project and I'd cut off some acetate and had this little piece left over. And I'm only doing this because it's the easiest way to keep, because we're on TV. What I'm going to do is, now, I always use my ring finger because you put the least pressure on with your ring finger. Over the top, like that. And really now, remember, you can't take gilding wax. If you have to do this a few times, you know, go in, but it is so much better if you can just put a little bit. Now, I was watching, when I was up at the weekend, I was watching Lily do an embossing folder. She brushed over with an embossing brush, and it was almost like she had a magic embossing sponge, you know.
Dauber, yeah.
Dauber, thank you, that's the word.
You're welcome.
You know, when you do it, and that's what I love about this, is we've put, if you sort, it really just shows up the height, doesn't it? And it just gives. Can you see how, look at this bit's much, much more proud than this bit. This sort of is in the middle, and then this is all beautiful. So just keep adding your gilding wax until you're happy. Now, these gilding waxes, so once this is dry, if you get a cloth, now I do happen to have a cloth here, let me just wipe that off my hand. There we go. Now that one's been, it's still a bit damp, but this one is nice and dry. So if I just get a cloth and then I polish it, it's pop even more. Really makes that shine. So it's absolutely beautiful. Two, and I've got 3 little bits of cards. I love this. You've got 3 beautiful feathers. Now you've actually got 5 dies. And then you've got your 3 details. So we can pop this on here. 1, 2, and 3. And then we can just put some colour just there and there. So look at this. This like an encapsulated glitter card, but it will still cut beautifully. So I have. Yep. Have I got them all like? Yes. Yes, I have. Oh, no, I haven't. I've left one out. Nothing happened because I left a plate behind. Absolutely no harm done. There we are. Right, let's try. I'd rather it's that way than the other way, that I'd put too many plates in and I'd done some damage. So let's move all these bits out of the way so that we can see what we've got.
Oh, you can tell she's a professional, can't you?
What?
Gosh, you're good. You are good.
Well, you know. Cut beautifully. Absolutely gorgeous. Look at that. And all the bits. Absolutely never ever need a shim when I'm using my Gemini. It just cuts so well. Can you see? Absolutely. You've got some that have got quite a lot of detail in, or you've got some just like this one that are a bit more just sort of We've got ones in between. I mean, look at that as a stencil. That one would be beautiful as a stencil, wouldn't it?
Yeah.
And so look at that one. Woo-woo. Isn't that gorgeous in the gold? Now that sort of gives you a cue to the colours that I'm going to be using. So let's move all that out of the way. So here we have everything. So all I've done is 7-inch card, and I've just folded back the front half. Now again, I've just used some cardstock. This wasn't actually in the collection. I didn't realise, I was so busy, I had everything piled up, that I was using some of my other cardstock that I. So this is just one of those lovely blue colours that we've got. We can put that on there. And then onto that. Where's everything gone? There we go. There we've got
Beautiful,
what am I
that
doing
one.
with my tape pens? Oh, put a brand new tape back up. We'll get there in a minute. There,
Loads and loads of you messaging in. Hello, Regina, saying good morning, everybody, from Buffalo, New York. Howdy. Do they say that in New York? I'm sure at least one person does, so I'm sticking with it. Well, I have heard it at least once on a film, so yes. Hello to Val from Southampton, who's saying, hello everyone, especially Gordon and Justin.
Oh, especially? All right. What are we then? We're just the fillers.
I love their screens and we'll be ordering more, so looking forward to seeing the demo. Val! I'm looking forward to it as well. Maybe in the next sort of 15, 20 minutes. Gordon's just like, yes, find that, yes. Howdy. Howdy. Stephen's in as well saying, I bought the stamping plate from last time they were on, and now I can't wait to see it being used as a screen print. I know. Exciting. They're going to be with us in like 15, 20 minutes, so not long to wait at all.
Not at all. Right, so I've just literally put my cardstock on here, keeping my lovely mask up at the top, and then I'm still using some more of that teal, but now I'm coming in with some gold as well, just to add in that opulence, and then we're going to add here. Now, what I did with one and different demo, and I could do it with this, is just see here, just because this is 3D, it's really, really raised, is just come down with your craft knife, and then, there we go. Can you see, have I cut through there? Yes, I have. No, not quite. Let's go again. There it is. It's through. There we are. So just cut just through there, very slightly. And then what I could do is pop some of my feathers through there. And it just looks absolutely gorgeous. It means you don't get the ends showing up. And it just looks really lovely. Now, if you've got real feathers, you could be putting those through there as well, and that would look equally as beautiful. Let's just raise that up. And then we can pop the purple one in. Come on, raise. There we are. Into there. And then the gold one as well. There we are. So that is going to look absolutely beautiful. And then all I could do is, when I put my tape on this side, just to go on there is make sure I go across that bit as well.
Gorgeous.
There we go. And then that, let's lift those up. I can position them properly in a minute. Let's come up a little bit. There we are. And then we can pop that onto there.
Ooh, nice. Just
like that. Isn't that absolutely gorgeous?
Gorgeous.
I think, there we go, caught that. I was going to put some ribbon on. I can still get away with that. So let's just put our ribbon straight down here. So we can put a piece of ribbon, bit of tape pen just down there. Popping that on, and then I'm going to cut it off because I was going to tuck it under, but I forgot to put it on first.
We've had a question in from Carletta asking, what paper are you using for the feathers? That's from the set, is it?
That was just, it wasn't because I just had some, but that was just regular gold, and they're both sort of your Centura Pearl ones, so yes.
Glittery ones.
Yes. Right, now we can pop that onto here. It's going to look absolutely beautiful. So let's just put some tape on that side and centre that up. And then we've got sentiment. Now, we've got sentiment stamps in the collection as well. So you can use those, bring everything together. How about this for, can you imagine if you were doing sort of a masquerade ball themed wedding? What your invitations would look like. But you know, your party or anything like that, it's going to look amazing. So when we can pop.
Justin's already got his outfit sorted.
He has.
He's got the mask ready. He's like, yeah, come on, where's my invite?
Some beads.
Yes!
Pop that on there. Now,
when is Mardi Gras? Really good question. I don't know. Someone at home will. Well, we have like the London, Nottingham, that's the one. Notting Hill, isn't
Notting
it?
Hill.
Notting Hill, yeah.
Yeah.
The Mardi Gras then. When is that? We need to find out. Let's get going.
I think New Orleans is one of the biggest.
New Orleans is massive, isn't it?
I thought I had another blue one, but how about that? For just first quick demonstration, just to show you how you can be using those 3D embossing folders and bringing everything in together. The colours are absolutely beautiful.
August, this. They've not confirmed the actual date, but August is the carnival. So how great would that be? Even if you're not going to Nottingham Carnival, you could whip one of those up, make one of the masks like Justin has, just have a little party at home. Thank you for showing us that, Corrine.
My pleasure.
If you would like to treat yourself to these goodies, let me help you peruse all of the elements within it. So I'm going to start off by Celebrate. Die. Then I've also got the Masquerade mask. This is the 3D folder that we were shown by Corrine earlier on. Then I've got the chandelier, same sort of thing that Corrine was showing us, but a different design. Make a note of that chandelier because you'll see it come up quite a bit. We've got lovely motifs in here. Some stamps for you. Shall we dance? Ooh. I've also got the Ready for the Ball. Then we have some sentiments here for you. I love these ones, great for mixed media. I've got some dies as well. Now this one is a 2 die set that you get in here, outline as well. Then I've got the chandelier, remember I said it comes up a few times. And then these are some of the feathers that Corrine used. Also in here, you will get some luxury card, which is very complimentary, and you will get some 12 by 12. Now this 12 by 12 does come in the collection. If you do just want to stock up on it, I've got it separately as well. It does come with the luxury card, which I will just gently grab from the collection. John's just run over. Don't worry, I've got it. I'm great at Jenga. So this is the collection. If you want to get them together, it is 20% off. And I'll just quickly flick through this for you to give you an idea of just some of the designs that you can be getting. Some of these are foiled. You've got lovely details on there of bright, bold, luxurious colours. So if you do fancy grabbing them, these are all of the designs you're getting, 12 by 12 for you, 20% off. Now, both of them at the bottom of your screen, so do stock up because they are such luxe colours that actually they would even be really, really good for around Christmas time, which I know is odd to say at this time of year, but still, nonetheless, they would. So I've got those for you. We did have those messages in earlier on about the cute characters, didn't we? And we did manage to swipe some from yesterday. Were you busy yesterday? If you were, message us in. What were you doing? I would love to know. Let us know what you were up to. If you did miss out, then let me show you these that we brought to you for the first time yesterday. These are our cute characters, and they are, quite frankly, adorable. We have got the hippopotamus and the heffalump in here as well. They're just so cute. These, by the way, were so popular yesterday. I've also got my little bunny rabbit and the tiny mouse. Look how cute the mouse is. He looks like that mouse from that film, the one who used to have the hat and he was an adventurer. I've forgotten his name, but you'll know what I mean. Then I've got for you the giraffe and the zebra. Look how cute the zebra is. I love the zebra who just looks like he's doing yoga. It's great. I've also got for you the beautiful cat and dog as well. As you can see, they're all separate, so you can use these completely separately however you wish. Then I've got our lion and our tiger. Sleeping lions. I used to work with young people, and sleeping lions was my favourite game. Basically, you make everyone lie down on the floor, and then the person who wins is the person who stays the sleepiest lion for the longest. Great game. If you do work with young people, you're welcome. I've also got for you birds and bees on here. And then I've got for you the lovely sheep and cow. Look at this one. Oh, he looks like he's having a good scratch of his face. And then I've got a deer and a squirrel. You could obviously as well make this into like a little chipmunk or something, couldn't you? And then I've got the beaver and the otter. These are absolutely adorable. And yeah, you will see some lovely quotes on here like, I think you're awesome and you are utterly amazing. Yeah, loads of them in there. Would you like to have a little demo with these? Let's do it. Corrine, what are we making?
We're going to make a card with an elefantastic day. How about that?
Great.
So, we're not show you how they work. Now they look a little bit strange. Most of the dies have no bottom to the dies. There's a couple where they do here, where they've got legs that are standing so that you don't have to have a separate little die to cut that little bit in. They put a bar across. Now that's not a cutting bar, that is just literally holding that little die in place. So I've got two of my elephants. I've cut a strip of card and then I've scored down the sides at 1.5 inches. And all I'm doing is I'm just going to use another piece of card just to give me a straight line. Then I'm going to butt these up. Now, I would need to do this through twice because I need to use one of the dies twice, but I'll just show you for speed how it goes. So this is going to go across there. Then we're going to put the next one. Like I say, if you want to see a lot more in depth, then just rewatch yesterday's show. So this is going to cut like that. We're going to go back to our regular plate. Really small dies, so depending on what your finished project is, these are going to go through your junior, they're going to go through your midi, you're going to be able to put them through all of your machines. So once you've cut them, or maybe we're going to cut some more, what you might want to do then is you need to stamp your shapes on. Now don't worry if your tape pulls off, because I'm actually going to be in a minute. So what we can then do, oh, this tape is too good, and then we're going to bring this down just there. So I would have finished this, I'd put my third one on, but we're just going to pop that. Just stamps. So I love this. By doing it on my stamping platform, I can do them all at once, and then you just line. You cut. Some people stamp and then cut, some people cut and then stamp. But because the stamp goes down below, you cut and then stamp, because then you can find your heart. So we can put our sentiment on, and we can also put some little water drops on as well. And then we can pick that. Now I'm going to be using my alcohol proof ink because I like to colour with my alcohol pens to give me lots of blendability. So we can pop that on here. But you just watch this. So you've got little shape, doesn't look a great deal. We put our stamp on and then come to life. There we go. And look at that. Doesn't it come to life? Absolutely gorgeous. Normally be bringing in, I can do these with 3 pens just to do some blending, but I'm mindful that we've got a lot on at the moment. Hopefully we can do a more in depth. What you do is then just trim between your lines.
Fab.
And then you can trim it out like that. I've added some ink around the together, and then we can pop it onto our card base. Why did I put the tape away? I just was tidying up far too quick. So I've just got some gorgeous paper and I've inked around the edge and I've done the faux stitch again so that everything's super cute. So what I've got here is I'm going to pop 2 layers stuck, and then before between the score lines it's a little bit bigger. I've not gone too big, just round the front of our mats and layers. I'm not going to go down to the bottom, I'm going to put it just about there. So do the first one, tuck it round so it through and there. And can you see how, how it bows out
Cute.
Perfectly? Actually, I'm now going to have to tape onto here. Put my tape onto there. I'll tape onto there. Bringing in that grey, look at those gorgeous colours, and then our card base, nice little. When you've got it raised on the front, it's going to work the best, and then we can pop that onto there, and the final little bit, just pop a gorgeous little bow.
Adorable.
I mean, I'm not showing you how to colour. How gorgeous is that? These are your cute characters. You've got 9 sets, so you've got 18 different animals. Elephants and your stamps, your dies, and everything there. I mean, they're just so much fun, and they're going to work for all your occasions.
It's incredible. For that tiny, tiny prize. Thank you so much for that, Corrine. Corrine's going to be back with us at 6 o'clock. Now, we have had so many messages in. Don't worry, their faces are about to be pressed up against your screen in just a matter of moments. For now, though, don't forget you can shop the day. And whilst you do that and check out about our free Club Inspire.
Welcome to Club Inspire, the Crafters Companion community. Stick Loyalty Club today and receive 20% off your first order. We'll also give you 250 points to help get you started. Other benefits of joining Club Inspire include exclusive special offers and discounts for Club Inspire members only, exclusive sneak peek previews of brand new product launches, and of course the Club Inspire community group on Facebook, where you can access exclusive content such as downloads, offers and inspiration, and of course you can chat and share your makes with other members. You'll receive 1 point for every pound, dollar or euro you spend, and the more points you receive, the more benefits you'll unlock. Sign up, join the club and start rewarding yourself today.
Welcome to Crafters TV. With more than it's your home for all things craft. We shine the spotlight on new and innovative crafting products with live tutorials and demonstrations. Join our family of craft experts where fun happens every day.
Quiet. The neighbours. I'm all out of you. I'm not singing. Lisa, if you email in, don't send a picture of your air fryer. Make sure it's something creative.
Get creative and craft along. With our amazing deals, your next craft project is just a click away. Tune in live 7 days a week, or you can watch us on or our YouTube channels. You can chat to us, craft along, and meet new friends by joining our online crafting community.
You entertain us. You give us a community to talk, in the chat. That wouldn't happen without you guys. It's like Crafters Companion is magical. There's magic here.
Joy, there's not a dry eye in the studio here. Debbie's welling up, I'm welling up.
There's a show for every type of crafter, from first-time dabblers to full-time makers. Crafters TV. Create every day. Quick Buy. All your crafting must-haves in a flash. Make your die cutting tools last as long as your love for crafting with the Gemini Accessories clear cutting plates. Your metal dies are put under lots of pressure with each pass through your Gemini die cutting machine. So to make sure they cut crisp, clean, delicate designs for years to come, you need to look after your dies, and that's where the Gemini Accessories clear cutting plates come in. Quick Buy. Get yours now.
Welcome back. It is the time you have been waiting for. We have got a show and a half for you today, let me tell you that. When you think of Be Creative, you may well think of some of their fabulous, well-known and famous products, but you may well today learn something that you have not seen before. We are joined today, our absolute pleasure to have them back. Be Creative, we've got Gordon and Justin. Let's say hi, Gordon, first. How are you?
I'm not too bad, thank you. Yeah, great.
It's lovely to have you with us again. For anyone who's brand new, and maybe hasn't seen Be Creative before, can you tell us a little bit about yourself?
Just quickly, I've been in the craft industry for 22 years. Justin and I formed Be Creative about 10 years ago. The reason we did that was to make all our own brand products with the Be Creative brand. Today you're also going to be seeing one of our sub-brands, which is called Screen Pal. We developed 3 years ago our own range of screen printing products. So we do lots of diverse things, and you're going to be seeing a lot of them today.
You most certainly are. We have also got the wonderful Justin with us. Hi Justin, how are you?
Hey.
Now, we have got a demo coming up with you. Give us a
Yes,
sneaky idea of what to expect.
What to expect is something a bit more mixed media, a bit something home decor, and then reinvent certain products that you have at home that you want to change the style of it. Like this is the wine, this is just a bottle. And then we're basically using the wonder sheets and wonder tape and our crystals. And then that's where you create something different. And then of course you can also do like that. There's a steampunk. And so it's done with the screens, the gel inks, and of course our crystals as well.
And we have got all of those things on the show for you today. I cannot wait to tell you about these crystals, but I'm going to start off with the screens today. We have got, first off for you, the wonderful Exquisite Doily collection. Now this has got that wonderful delicacy to it. And if you've done screen printing before, the thing that really stood out for me with these ones in particular is just how fine some of the areas are on this, but they print through perfectly every time. That really is attention to detail. If you would like to treat yourself to these and you want that added extra oomph, may I suggest you get the die set with it, so that you can actually cut out sections of the prints as well, saving you time, energy, and today money, because you've got discounts on these. That's just one of the A5 designs. I'm going to show you another one of the A5 designs, and this is robots. This is fun. For anyone, maybe sort of a younger person in your family, this would be great. But also, if you've got anyone in your family who would say that they are a bit of a Star Wars nerd, or maybe are really interested into kind of engineering and things, this is going to be perfect. I want to show you just how crisp this can look once it cuts out, and let me also show you just an idea of the fabulous details you can get. Again, with this, I just want to let you know you can get the character cutouts as well, which is that lovely frame, but also cuts out this wonderful main character here. So that is your robots. I've got more designs, but I'm going to show you them in a bit. Oh, I'm just going to keep you on the hook. What am I like? Let's go A4, bigger, bolder, and with this one, rarier. I was meant to be a leopard. This is, do you know what I love about this one? The first time I saw it, I thought it's almost like an optical illusion. Do you know what I mean? You kind of see the camouflage and then it kind of creeps out at you. It's beautiful camouflage, this one. Really wonderful design in the A4, your leopard camouflage. Again, 20% discount on these. And do not forget, with your screens, you use them over and over. We've got that, and we will be demoing shortly with them. I have also got for you another design in A4. This is zebra camouflage, and for me, with the kind of theme and style of kind of geometrics being quite in at the moment, but also of course constantly the theme and design of kind of monochrome, this I think is one that you're going to use time and time and time again. I've got to show you one of the makes with this. Oh, just look at that. It is eye-catching, it is high fashion, and I really do think it is high fashion. If you're thinking of, who was it that did the catwalks the other day? Was it Gucci, was it? Oh, I can't remember now, but yeah, they had zebra print quite a lot, especially this really nice pair of like flares. They were gorgeous. So yeah, very in style right now. They're gorgeous. So that again is just 2 of the A4 ones. I've got so many more to show you though. Now, when you're thinking of screen printing, you may well think, oh no, I need to buy all of this extra equipment and X, Y, and Z, and it's huge, and I haven't got enough space in my living room for it. I'm going to have to ask me 17-year-old to move out so I can buy one and put it in her room. The fact of the matter is, you don't need to worry about that anymore, because we are going to show you how to do it with this today. This is your stamper's friend. It is a beautiful portable size with measurements. You've got your different layers and foams here to keep things all nicely in place. And yes, this can be what you need to get yourself started in our screen printing. You may well be thinking, Bex, I don't believe you. That doesn't make any sense whatsoever. Well, we're going to show you how. Well, we're not. Gordon is, and I'm just going to stand here going, Gordon, I'm handing over to you. How on earth can we do this?
Right, well, we developed a stamper's friend. It's the area in the centre is a full A4, which is slightly bigger than your US letter size, and we developed to be the best stamping platform in the world. But at the same time, we had something else in mind, because we have our sub-brand, which is ScreenPal. So we wanted to develop this to double it up as our screen printing tool. And let me show you what we do. Right, so we get 4 magnets with the stamping platform. If I open it up, first thing we do is remove the foam base, because we're not doing stamping today, so we'll take that off. I'm going to whiz through this as best I can. I'm going to take a piece of card. We're going to put that on the bottom of the tool. I'm going to take one of my screens, put that on top of the card. Whoa. Let's just get this all lined up like that. Put the screen on top like that. I'm then going to take my 4 magnets. I'm going to put them in each corner like that. Now then, so here we have our screen printing tool. Now at this point, you normally see screen printing done using a squeegee tool, and you see an awful lot of ink going everywhere, and that's the point where people say, oh my God, isn't it messy? Well, I'm now going to take this, and this, you'll know what this is. This is our Whizzy tool, yeah? The Whizzy tool comes with 5 attachments. It's twin speed. We press it at the back, 1 speed, 2 speed, and it, as we said, it whizzes round. I'm going to take the large brush attachment. We just press that on there. Yeah, see how it whizzes round? Hence why we call it the Whizzy tool. Now then, we are going to now show you screen printing the most unmessy way you have ever seen it done in your life. Anyone can do this, simply on your table at home without creating mess. So what do? I have my gel inks all lined up here. I have all 5 colours beside me here. And what I'm going to do, okay, I'm going to take one to show you. I'm going to take, I could keep swapping brushes, by the way, as I do every colour, but I'm not going to do that because I'm going to try and do this as quickly as possible for you. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to dip in and out of each colour and apply the gel ink to the screen. So I'm going to start with the gold. So all we do, dab in there like that, yep. You can see the ink coming off onto the brush. Dab it in like that. Once we've got enough ink, we then start. And what I'm going to do, you can see the tool is whizzing around. I'll just dab in again. If I want any more gel ink, just keep dabbing in the pot like that. Let the tool do the work. You're adding a little bit of downward pressure, not much. Keep going. So gel ink, and you can place the gel ink exactly where you want it. So I've done some gold. I'm going to swap over to my copper now. I'm just going to keep the same brush on. I could swap it and use another brush. It doesn't matter about, the colours don't actually mix together. They don't actually contaminate like you might think they might, but they don't do that. I'm going to go with the second colour like this. Okay, this is the copper. Just take a little bit more. Using a very little downward pressure like that. Okay, that one there. Let's take another colour. Let's now go for, the bronze. This one here. Again, let me just dip in and out the pot like that. Take some bronze. Okay, then just go up and down this one here. You can see there's no excess gel ink. I'm only using the gel ink that I want to use. Now, normally, with screen printing, you use the squidgy tool to put your gel ink on. By using the Whizzy tool, we can place the gel ink colour exactly. And we're using about 1/10 of the gel ink we would normally use to do screen printing. Now, to finish off, I now like to take another colour, because if I've missed any bit, I can. I'm going to contaminate all the other colours, but I'm not. So don't worry about this. I do this so many times, and I can tell you. So I'm going to take this silver now, and I'm going to go like this over the whole thing, okay? A bit more, just keep going. Now all I am doing is I'm filling in any blanks, any parts that I may. You can buy more brush attachments and use one brush for each colour. I'm doing this for speed to show you how quickly I can do this.
Okay, I see.
But if you're worried about anything like that, then yeah, just get a few more brushes and keep one brush for each colour. Very simply, just swap them over. As you swap them over, what happens is you take your brush and you pop it in some water straight away, and the gel ink starts to drop off. Now, what I want you to look at here.
That was so quick.
So what I'm going to do, I'm going to take my brush, take it off, and I'm just going to pop that in some water I have at the side of me here. Just a little basin of water I have there. Oh, just wash my puddle of gelling. There is no excess gelling. We have not made a mess. I've got it on a little bit of my magnet there, but that's not a problem. I'll just wash that off in a second with some water. Whoops. Just take my magnets off. These are very strong magnets, by the way. Hands are wet. They are not that easy to pick up. Anyway, look, here we go. So here we go. Off. Now, when you take this off, by the way, you pop it straight into some water. I have a little container here with water. As soon as it hits the water, the gel ink starts to fall off. And what I'm going to do with this now, I'm going to take that and hold it up like that.
Look at the sheet.
Can you see the colours where I placed them and the detail there? There was no excess gel ink, no mess. Now then, so that's onto a piece of card or paper. So I know a lot of you at home things like that. So how do we do that? Using this tool. You might think, well, surely that's impossible. Let me show you. So I'm going to use another screen, and I'm going to take this canvas bag this time. What we're going to do, we're going to Screen Pal tool. The tool inside the bag like that. Can you see that?
Okay.
Let's just push that inside the bag like that until I've got it lined up. Yep. So that is now in there. I'm going to get my magnets. I'm just going to get the gel ink off them. There we are. Now, I'm going to take another screen, which I think it is. You can actually see the tool through the bag, actually. Now, I'm going to use this one. This is Savannah Mirage, the elephant. Okay.
Oh, I've got this one on the shelf.
On there, let's just line it up. Just take your time. Make sure it's lined up like that. I think we're about, yep, that's right. I'm going to take my magnets. 1, 2. Another brush. Now, I'm going to do this, I think, with one colour this time. I think I'm going to pick the copper because we've got like this white bag here, and I think the copper will show up very nicely. So, again, we've got the Whizzy tool with the brush attachment, and all we do, I'll put the copper there, you'll see me dip more gel ink because this is a canvas bag. Canvas is porous, the gel ink will just soak into the bag. So, use slightly more. Off we go again, like this. A little bit of downward pressure as you do it, like that. When you're doing things on fabric, by the way, let it dry, then turn the bag over to the reverse and heat set it using an iron on, I think it's on a fairly cool setting. Just heat, it's what, sorry? Dry, yeah, on a dry set. We'll heat set it. Once it's been heat set, it's then fully washable on a cold wash, I think. Yeah, Justin's giving me all the instructions.
Yeah, I love that.
You know, sometimes when you're doing something, your mind goes a little bit blank.
Yeah, it goes somewhere else, doesn't it?
Yeah,
it does. I love that.
That happens to me all the time, you know.
We have had a question in. There's actually loads of questions coming in.
But at the last minute, things just happen and your mind goes blank.
Of course.
So there we are. I think we've done that. Just make sure. Yep. I'll stop that now. Remember, take your brush. It goes in the water, the gel inks just start to drip off. Okay, we'll undo the magnets. Let's see if we can take the magnets off a bit more carefully. All right. And now, the beauty of this is, by the way, as you're peeling this off, do it slowly. If you've missed a bit, you get the chance to put it back down again and go over it once more. So I'm peeling it back. Yep. That looks good to me. Oh. There we are. Remember, you pop that straight into the water. And what I'm going to do with I've done this, I've got one more thing to show you. Incidentally, you will get some gel ink on your Stamper's Friend. Okay, all you do with that, you just get the cloth and that just rubs straight off. So you don't have to worry about that. Again, remember what we say? We're trying to do this as unmessy as possible. Off your tool, that's not a problem at all. Let's have a quick look at the bag. Let's just quickly hold that up, what we did there. So that's onto a canvas bag. You can do pillowcases and things like that as well. Simple as that. So there's one other quick thing. My bag out of the way. Let's bring our tool back over here. Let me just get rid of that. Let me just give that a quick wipe like that. Now then, we have the gel inks here. The gel inks are specially formulated for doing screen printing because the screens are made up of thousands of micro holes. The detail on the screen is amazing compared to any stamp. That's the beauty of a screen. What we're going to do now, we're going to open pad back in there. And this time we're going to do some stamping using the gel inks. So I'm going to take a black piece of card like that, pop that on there. So it looks like we're just going to do normal stamping now, which we are. I'm going to put the magnets back on, hold the card in place like that. Now then, one of the sets of stamps we have on the show today is the steampunk, the angel, and we're going to use that. So I'm going to take the base one here. I'm going to take 2 of the wings, one there and one there like that. And I think I'm going to, let's just take something like that. Let's see what else we've got here. Let's just do a sort of a steampunk thing with this. This is one of my favourite stamp sets, by the way. So we'll just put that on there like that, that on there like that. Let's bring the lid over. Okay, let's just rub it gentle. Let's just pick everything up there like that. So we're going to now do some stamping using the gel inks. So the gel inks can be used in a different way. We want you to get as much use out of the gel inks as possible. So this time I'm going to use this colour here. This is the rose gold colour, and what we do again, we have our brush attachment on the Whizzy tool. Okay, we dip into there like that. Now this time I'm going to do it on the slowest setting. Okay, and all we do, gently, very gently, skim over the top of your stamp. You're just skimming it over it very gently. You're hardly using any pressure at all. Very gentle pressure, just to let the gel ink skim over the surface of the stamp. Okay, just skim over very gently tap it. Okay, you're not using much gel ink, you're not using much pressure. Okay, don't do that, just very gently skim over the top of the stamp like this.
The tooling, of course we do. We've got that on show today. Miriam has asked about the wonderful stamper's friend. Are the measurements in inches or centimetres, she's asking?
They are metric measurements, yeah.
So there you go, lovely Miriam. So you're looking at centimetres there for you.
Okay, once we've added the gel ink, let's bring that over now like that. Let's press everything down. And then there's one other final thing I want to show you. Now, I could keep going with the gel inks, by the way. I could add different colours with every time and build the colours up. So I could keep going with the gel inks. But there's one other important thing I want to show you about these gel inks, okay? Which is another reason why I'm doing stamping. So let's just open that up. Oof. Everything's popping all over the place here. Let's just move that.
Whoa.
So let me show you that. Can you see that?
Oh my goodness.
But we're not finished. We're going to move over to our crystals. Our embossing crystals. And what we're going to do, we're going to sprinkle a few of them on top of the gel inks like this.
That's beautiful. I love this design. It's got a touch of the steampunk about it.
This one I'm using is the aged, is this the one with the reddy bronze colour?
Aged copper. Oh,
aged bronze, this one is, by the way, aged bronze.
Fab.
We've got 17 colours on the show today. We actually make, at one time we used to make up to almost 100 colours.
Yeah.
But that was a bit much. So the thing about the gel inks also double up as an embossing medium. So what we have done there, okay, I put some crystals on. I didn't want to colour the whole thing because we want the gel inks to show through as well. There's no point putting gel inks on and then covering the whole thing with the crystals. I didn't really want to do that. So all I've done is a little sprinkling of the crystals on top. And once I've done this, there's one other quick little demonstration I have, and then we'll move on to Justin, who has got some amazing things to show you with the crystals. The crystals, by the way, are incredibly thick. They're all made up of different things, and it's only when you heat them, like we're doing now, that all the different colours pop out before your eyes. So the crystals are amazing. You can mix the colours together to get even more colours, but there are things like glitter, mica, all sorts of things, and they're incredibly thick. They're much thicker than a sugar granule, for example. So the crystals can be used for like mixed media, and if you use them with the Wonder Tape and the Wonder Sheets, they're actually heat resistant and weather resistant. So you can decorate things outside like plant pots and things like that. Using the Wonder Sheets and the Wonder Tape, they become heat resistant and weather resistant. So the crystals can be put onto so many different surfaces. I'm just showing you something quickly here. Justin has got some amazing things to show you. Now, because the crystals are so thick, they do take time to melt. It does help if you have a Stay Put craft mat. The Stay Put craft mat is totally heat resistant. You can even solder on it. And as I'm heat embossing here, the heat is hitting the Stay Put craft mat and bouncing back up onto the card, and it's helping us do the embossing quicker. The heat's actually I'm heating from the top, and the heat is bouncing back up from underneath. So that's another reason why the Stay Put craft mat is a great investment. The Stay Put craft mat will actually last you for life. We're still using the same mats after 15 years. They don't deteriorate, nothing sticks to them. Everything just wipes or scrapes off the surface. You can wash them in cold water, hot water, soapy water. If you want to, you can take them in the bath with you. Whoop. So everything comes off of the Stay Put craft mat. It's an amazing mat. No, it doesn't help you get out the bath, I'm afraid. It doesn't make a cup of tea, but it's called the Stay Put craft mat because if I do that with my hand, it doesn't move, and it's not held down with sticky tape. It's not held down with glue or anything. So I'll quickly show you this, then I'll do my last quick little demo. So what we have done here now, we used the gel inks, then I've done a very little sprinkling of some crystals on top to make this into the most amazing mixed media image. Can you see that on there?
That.
How
you see the textures
so that's
when you
a combination.
Tilt it back.
Now, when you use your stamps with the gel inks, by the way, again, as soon as you've done it, throw your stamps into some water and the gel inks will start to drop off straight away, and just clean them. Now, one other quick demo with the crystals. There's something else I want to tell you. I'm going to take this little leaf here, and what we're going to do with this leaf, I'm going to drop on some crystals. Yep. Now then, the leaf is covered with the Wonder Sheets, by the way. And what we're going to do, I'm going to sprinkle on one of the colours. This is the Weathered Chrome. Okay. Let me just get the crystals off there. Let me just put them back in here before I make a right mess. There we are. Now then, see how chunky the crystals are on the little leaf there?
Yeah.
So watch what we're going to do. I'm going to melt this, and there's something I want to show you. The problem using embossing crystals is when you want to layer the colours up. When you want to layer them up, it's actually quite difficult because the crystals just want to blow away. They want to blow everywhere. What I want to show you is how you can add colour upon colour in the most simplest possible way without using your heat gun and blowing the crystals all over the place, because I've always found this quite a difficult thing to do. And people have always asked me how you do it to stop that happening. You can see the crystals melting before your eyes. Yes. This is one of my favourite colours. It's called Weathered Chrome. And it's like a silvery platinum colour with bits of gold and bronze and things in it as well. So look, I've melted that, but what we want to do now is add a sprinkling of another colour. Now at this point, we would normally do that, and as I add the heat gun, everything blows away. So the question is, how do we add another colour to that without it stopping, without it blowing everywhere? Well, ladies and gentlemen, if you remember, we have this, which is our most famous product, our spray emboss, and there is something you do not know about it. You've seen me using it on dies, on embossing and things like that, but watch this. So here is our little die cut. That colour is now dried. Watch what we do. We spritz this, we spray emboss like that.
Okay.
I'm now going to take a second colour. Let's just put it on this piece of card again. Let's bring this. I'm going to put a hint of a second colour on like that.
Lovely.
Okay. Now watch what happens. The crystals stick to the spray emboss. Okay, so let's move this. Let's just show you. Let's get now. Normally at this point, when you're doing this, your crystals will just blow off. They will blow everywhere. Can you see that the crystals are not actually moving? They're stuck on there with the spray emboss. So when you're doing mixed media or anything with your crystals, if you want to add a colour upon colour or different layers of, put your crystals on and then heat up with your heat gun, and they will not blow away. So spray emboss also adds as a sort of adhesive on one layer of crystals to add on. So I'm just quickly going to heat this, finish it, and then we will be straight on to Justin. And he has the most amazing mask to show you that I have ever seen, actually. He was working on this project all day yesterday. He's very keen to show it to you. I'm very keen for him to get it done. It's incredible. So I think that's did there is we added colour upon colour by using the spray emboss as an adhesive.
Look at that.
That is the simplest way to use your crystals. It acts like an adhesive, and then you build up your different layers. And that's me.
I've got time to read out all of these messages, but I do just want to read this one that says, fabulous guys, looks like another week of bread and water diet as we have got for you so many goodies. I'm just going to show you a few of them, okay? Stamper's Friend, the wonderful, wonderful pro tool that we have just seen used so wonderfully then. It is on your screen right now. If you want to seize the moment, now is your chance. As we've seen, it's not just for stamping, it's for screen printing as well. So we've got the gel inks. Now I've got a pack of 5 here for you. We've done them as 5 because they're all complementary, they're all workable, usable, but also discounted. So I've got silver for you, gold for you, bronze, rose gold, and copper in this one. 15% discount on that collection, unless you're platinum, and then it's even more. Wizzy tool! This tool, which does so much. You can get different heads for this, and it creates texture. It's wonderful. Great for your screen printing, making it less messy than you'd think. Today for you, $19.99 or $28.99, unless you're platinum, and then it's even lower. Let's bring you just some of the screens that Gordon have used, and I have got more on show. This is your zebra camouflage that we did for you earlier on. That's your A4 size. I've also got for you 20% saving, don't forget on that. I've also got for you the Savannah, which is that wonderful sort of tree of life elephant that Justin did beautifully on that tote bag. As well as that one, I've got the stamp set that Gordon said was one of his favourites. Love the wings in this, that angel-like design, quite steampunky, industrial, really beautiful. At $19.99, $28.99. Now, the embossing crystals, which quite frankly, we have only dipped our toe into the pond of the fabulous treats they do. One thing I do want to show you, because quite frankly, I've been sort of oohing and ahhing over this and sort of running my hands over it, is DOPs, you have got those elements of the crystals. They are stitched in. And that is with a sewing machine. So a sewing machine needle will go through this. Isn't that? You can do that. Now, I've got loads of colour options and gear them up. So you will need to pick a couple of these out. So I will give you an idea. And as you see, pour it all back in and it will keep you going and going and going. This is your first colour, which is your Harlequin Platinum. Now just, oh my goodness. I'll stay right there for you so you can see all of that colour. You have got in here darting through these incredible metallic hues, and you can see the layers in this, and I've got to say it feels beautiful as well. $3.99 for that colour. My next colour is Harlequin. My next colour, a little bit more robust, I would say, this one. I'll show you them next to each other again because I think they would work perfectly together. This one's got the flecks of silver running through it. This one's just the golds. Then I've got for you Harlequin Silver. My goodness, it is like a platinum almost feel, really pretty. And next up I've got Graffito. This one has got those flecks of the kind of deep dark greys in it, but also the lighter greys. Really pretty juxtaposition on that one. Let's add some colour. I've got your Verd Malachite. Malachite, one of the most beautiful green stones, and this has got that verdigris. Then I'm bringing to you your travertine gold. This gold is luxe, and actually it works so well with some of the other colours that we've got coming up for you, so don't forget you can pair all these, mix and match. Next up, goes so nicely, I think, with the platinum. I just love that pairing. It feels vintage, it feels rustic. Then I've got for you aged copper. Now this is another one that goes great with that. It's that kind of colour that's almost the changing of the leaves around autumn, isn't it? Beautiful textures in this, and actually moments of colour wheel. Then I'm bringing to you, that is rich. Oh my goodness. The glitter on this is next level. It's green, it's blue, it's gold, and they pair in together so beautifully. I hope you're making a note of your 3 or 4 favourites of this. Your weathered chrome. Now this for me is like molten. I don't know if anyone is a bit of a sort of Lord of the Rings geek like me, but you know in Lord of the Rings where they sort of melt all of the gold and it sort of runs down all of the sections to kind of create the ring, etc. This is what it reminds me of. It's like molten gold, silvers in there, almost rose gold hues in the back palette as well. Not stopping there. Let's go Hyperion. This one again is glitter central. You have got the wonderful green running through, but then you've also got those elements of kind of an almost like an old gold running through this one. Then I've got for you your Ganymede. Hopping back to it, but I just think Harlequin Platinum with that, it works so well together. Next up I'm bringing to you your Cressida. This is not like any embossing colour I'd ever seen. Blue, gold running through, and the white flecks in this too. And again, can you see that texture? It's not just about the sheen and sparkle with these, it's that texture too. Next, I'm going to show you your Phobos. Now this one is magical. Look at how magical that looks. You have got this melding, this marriage of the silvery golds. Get ready for a bit of ice, baby, because this is lemon ice. Are you getting ready for summer? You need this in your life then, basically. This is summertime fun. You are going to use this a lot. Also bring in Silver Garden. Look at, check those out together. Oh, I love it. That for me is like tropical paradise. Next and finally for now, I've got your Winter Fall. Beautiful blue skies with those running through. Selection of 17 in there. Pick your favourites and they will work great together with the technique we've just seen. Shall we dive on into a demo? Let's do it. Starting off with a wonder sheet, we go to the Wonderful Justin.
Hi!
Yeah, how are you?
I'm very good. It's a joy and it's always an honor to come back to Crafters TV.
We
love
it.
having to come here. It's just so relaxed and everything's so good. So what I'm doing, I'm going to change a bit now. I'm going to show you how to mix and then die cut and then emboss. I'm using the Masquerade embossing folder. I have to, especially when I will be doing this throughout the whole show.
Yes, I love it. I'll keep going.
All these
where's
are
Justin?
actually sculpted and also using our wonder sheets, wonder tape, and our crystals.
That's incredible, isn't
So
it?
it's fantastic for home deco.
Yeah. It's
All right.
not.
So the first thing I'm going to show you is to use the 3D embossing folder. That is the Masquerade one. So what I'm doing here, this is our wonder sheets. I just cut into size. I just cut this to size.
Okay.
Yeah, over there. So all I'm doing now, I'm going to peel this off, like so. Okay, so what I'm doing here, I'm roughly gauging where everything is.
Okay.
So I just put it over there, and then that there, and that there. And then I'm just putting my mark on the areas which I think my mask is going to be.
Okay.
Okay, so it's already... So all I'm going to do is I'm going to use the rich green gold.
Okay.
Okay. I'm just going to scatter that on the area here. Okay. I'm just going to put into the areas that I want the mask to be.
I'm so excited about this because I have zero idea where this is going. And I love that.
Okay, so once you finish that, I'm going to what we call the flip method.
Okay.
What I mean by flip method is it's going to be very careful. Just tip, and that will help you to stop it from going to different areas
Okay,
of
good
that.
tip.
Okay, so I'm just going to go over here and tap it over there. So if you have this at home, which I'm sure a lot of ladies or gentlemen, I'm sure you have that as well.
Yeah.
And I do have it. That's why I'm showing that to you.
Yeah.
All right, so this is very good where you need to sweep areas to keep everything nice and tidy, and then back into your pot. And that is essential, and it's a must-have.
That's a good tip.
Excuse me. And then so afterwards, so I'm going to look into gauge into the areas that I want it to be as well. So that is an area there, and that's the area, and that's the area, and that's my area. Okay, so I'm going to use, it's H copper now. I'm just going to flick into the areas that I want it to go into for the feathers. You do not need to be too neat or too particular in the areas. Just a precise area that you want it to be.
Okay.
And then this type, again,
There.
you know one thing I've not done? Always put a paper underneath.
Yeah,
That's where I have a beautiful brush.
Yes.
Just take underneath and just brush it down, and then away you go.
Perfect.
Okay. Okay, so once you finish with this, and then just tip it into there.
See,
into the
as I was
bottle.
saying before, nothing's wasted, is it?
No, you do not need a lot of it either. So all I'm going to do now, I'm going to use Cressida, and I'm going to use that into the areas of the whole area.
Oh, okay. So the bits you've not gone into. Yeah.
Yeah, just the rest of it to cover it up, but you do not need to be too neat with that. And then all you need to do, just take your pocket tool.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then just going to do is to do the swirling.
Oh.
And then I'm just going to make sure everything is covered into the areas.
Okay.
Like so, and then just tip it in the areas that you want it to be. All right, so once you finish with that, so put everything back into your
so
areas.
excited about this. I genuinely do not know where this is going or how this is going to look. Like, I have never seen anything like this
I love
before.
embossing. It's sort of, at one stage, all these colors are my own mix, and I have actually done all this mix myself.
Right, okay.
I have worked with manufacturer, and this is how the mix I want it to be. And then at one stage, I think, when I first did it, when I first launched it, I think about 10 years ago.
Right.
We have about 45 colors.
Wow, that's
But then
incredible.
this is the new start of the year, so we changed the different ones.
I see,
So-
I see.
Okay, so the good thing about the staple craft mat is it's heat resistance. Okay, you can just put it in there and just give quick heat, Actually, this was a last-minute demo, so I
it.
do not know how it looks like.
Oh my goodness. I don't know about you, but that has just made it even more exciting.
So I decided to, I said, oh, I have to look at the Masquerade embossing photo. I said, oh, I have to do that.
Yeah, I
And so
love
it's just brilliant. It's just fantastic.
Oh.
The only thing you have to do is to wait for, make sure the crystals are all nice and cold before you put embossing
Before you
folder.
do it.
Else
I
it's
get
just
you.
going to stick into that.
Oh, of course it
it's
is.
going to take a bit of time
But
to
that's
do it.
absolutely fine.
But the next one I'm going to do is going to be quite quick because I was pre-prepared for it.
Beautiful. We've had so many messages in, genuinely just love for you both. We had a question before that was, how do you come up with all of the ideas? And I just love that. Yeah, is it like in the middle of the night? Do you have a dream?
It's something that inspires me. Some of my colors, like the Harlequin series which we have, I don't think we have lots of that at the moment. But it came from that time 8 years ago where our van was stolen, our work van was stolen.
Oh my goodness.
And then we scattered all our products everywhere, and then we wasted a lot, and then we were doing a big show down in the north, in Midlands.
Right, okay.
And they decided to steal our van trying to ram an ATM machine.
Oh, no!
Yeah, and then they could not get away with that. They could not ram it. So what they've done, they burned the whole van. And then we have those rusty color and turquoise color. But after the van, when it's been burned down with petroleum, it creates fantastic color. And that's where I got the inspiration from my van. Yes.
I'm so sorry.
Especially, I know it is something. You always have to look into something more to that. It's something that we have to go over with, and especially the last couple of years has been sort of going up and down.
Yeah.
And then it's quite difficult. But the van was about 8 years ago. But this one here, but that's where the H copper came in. Have that particular color. I just look at it. I say, oh, that's brilliant color to have.
I have asked the question that was asked then, you know, let's say, over a bizarre answer. That is incredible. Yeah, so the van got stolen, tried to ram a cash machine, got burned, but then the colours.
That's exactly what happened.
Yeah, this series of colors is what probably the color of it's just fantastic.
That's
some of it.
Amazing.
I know this is quite hot, but please do not do what I do because I have asbestos hands. I used to do enjoy baking and do enjoy cooking, so I can sort of see where I'm going. So okay, so this is good.
Hands as well is to not do the washing up, because if you wash up, it makes your skin
I have dishwasher
quite
for that.
soft. Pardon?
I have dishwasher for
Yeah, Gordon's got very sensitive fingers because he does the washing.
So it's because I'm trying to like to cool down, but I'm going to show you all the die cut.
Great.
It's because I just use the die cut. Any die cut, the wonder sheets, and then all you need to do, I've mixed this one with H bronze and the Weatherchrome. So, and our crystals are flexible.
Wow.
And it does not crack or anything. Excuse me.
Incredible, bless you.
And that's where you get, if this is the Weatherchrome, you see the exact of the Weatherchrome, you get a bit of gold, a bit of nice silver, a bit of bronzy to it. See the shine from that. And this is the H bronze. That is my favorite color.
That's good.
And it's been set on fire when the paint peel off and the rain touches, and this is what you get, the color underneath.
Wow.
Yep. All right, so what I've done there, I've done that part. So all you need to do is to take your die, and then just Weatherchrome and the H copper. each bronze actually. Then all you need to do is put it into your own Gemini sandwich or any sandwich that you have.
Does the cutting edge go to the crystals?
Yes, the cutting edge go to the crystals, and because you have to cut up the crystals first.
Yeah.
Put into the Gemini.
People, Debbie's saying the colour and texture of these crystals is amazing.
Yes, they have a mirage of things and wonderful things in there, and then it has different bits and pieces. Everything just in, why not?
I love that. I love it.
All right, so once you finish with this, so you just need to do, so
when Justin's mixing the crystals, he hides away in the corner of our warehouse, and I never see him for days.
Oh, I love that.
Until he emerges covered in crystals and glitter. And
Oh my gosh, that sounds just incredible.
what I've done here, I've actually pulled up too hard. Please be gentle. This is what I have there, so you just need to peel off the greens, the yellow side.
I get you.
Of that.
Just to let you know, the ancient bronze is currently on your screen, which is one of those lovely colours that we 17 to choose from. You're not just going to pick one.
Okay, so basically you can just take off the yellow. But I've been very, very heavy-handed with this, but please do not be too heavy-handed like I did. And then, yeah, that's the concept of that, and this is what we actually made out eventually.
Oh,
yeah.
Wow, that's incredible.
So that's die cut that, and then you can see the color and the mirage of that. Okay, and then this is what you get out of that, and then this is can just tell you how much you can actually cut out from that as well. So, all right, so embossing folder. Right, and let me just clear this off.
Isn't that just incredible? Because you would expect running these through a die cutting machine, they'd just crack, but no.
It's sort of basically, it's so simple. You can just get it done and cut. Just take your time, make extra fine dies. It's because you have the embossing folder, the Masquerade one, and then I'm just going to put it over through there. And then you do have the rush gauge on that. And then the other way, just put it through. And then if you want it a bit more solid, of course, just put a backing card underneath.
I see, right, okay, yeah, to give it a little bit of an extra. Oh gosh, this is so exciting. Loads of you talking about this. People just messaging going, I'm so excited.
I hope it's something wonderful.
Oh my goodness.
Okay, you can actually take the time on that, and then you can actually see that.
Look at that! Wow.
You can just literally, all I did is just did a small areas that you can actually just, you know what I mean, just layer that area more carefully where you want to be, and then just do a bit more gentle, and this is what you can do with the 3D embossing folder.
I love that.
It is fantastic.
And that makes it look, because it's quite sort of a standardised look, but every time you used a different colour in like your embossing folder like that, it would look like a completely different design. Wow, that's cool, isn't it? I love it, Justin. I love it.
All right. Okay, so now this is the mask that I'm going to do. So basically you can just get any mask anywhere you wanted to do, you get.
Okay.
And then all you need some forestry wire.
Okay.
And wonder sheets
Which
and wonder
we've got.
tape. So I won't show you how to tape the mask.
Okay.
because it's self-explanatory. So you just take your wonder sheets, I'll just do it quickly, and you just lay that over, or you can die cut it, and then just cover that up.
Okay, bro.
And then that's all you need to do.
Easy.
Okay.
Easy peasy.
So, and then that's where you will create something like that. Don't worry when you get a lot of creases, because when you put the crystals on, it covers that, and then you give it a bit more texture as well.
Perfect.
And just to let you know, this here,
Yeah.
we have actually coated this with crystals and wonder sheets, and we left it out, let's see, for about 2 years. And it still maintains slightly tinge color, but it's to maintain it, and then it's not cracked. It's nothing. It's to maintain it.
That's amazing.
We have left hanging outside in the garden for 2 years through every type of weather, rain, hail, sleet, snow, and the crystals and the wonder sheets have remained totally intact, totally weatherproof, and all that's happened is the colours have faded very slightly, but we did it as a test to see what happened, and everything is exactly as it was. So
That's
you
incredible.
can do things in your garden like plant pots and things like that, because the crystals and the wonder sheets, they're totally weatherproof.
Oh my goodness, that's incredible.
So what I'm going to show you how to do is those feathers first.
Okay.
So these are my feathers.
Oh, I
this is
love
with
these.
H bronze. This one.
Okay.
Yes. Yeah, we made this one out of wonder sheets and wonder tape. I'm going to show you how to get it done. And this is the green gold
Amazing.
as well. And that is the, I think, can't remember which one is it. Yes, that's the travertine gold. Fantastic, isn't it?
Good guess.
Yeah, so that's all you need to do. Okay, so you need some forestry wire. This is a wonder sheet. Okay, so what I'm going to do now is to literally just fold that into half, just cut into whatever size you like to be. And then all you need to do is just tear that open, like so. And then take your forestry wire, just line that through in the middle. Okay, and then all you need to do is to just fold that back down, like so, and then just snip it away.
Okay.
It's to the desired length, and then all you need to do, take your nails or your fingers and just throw that in the area there. That helps to bind it slightly.
Okay.
All right, so that's done. So take your scissors and then just trim to the shape and the depth you want and how your feather is going to be. And then you do not need to be too neat with it. Don't worry about that. And then just lay that through and then just snip that off.
Lovely.
And then now you need to start from the top to the bottom to be quite fine little snitches, like so. That's all you need to do.
And again, you don't have to be really precise with this because feathers are all different shapes,
because
sizes.
it needs to be curled up in whichever area you want it to be. And then just get area, okay, and then just tape that through. And then you can just do it with wonder sheets. It's just fantastic because it's waterproof and heat proof. And then all you need to do is just snip that off, and what it does is our wonder sheet does not curl up or shrink after it's been heated. Okay, and then just take that and then just to continue doing that. Okay, once you finish with that, that's where you get the frills in the areas.
Great. Oh, look at
Okay,
that.
so once you do that, you just take your pocket tool, and then you can just undo that areas, and then just gently, just snip that through. Just take the backing for the top first before the bottom, and then just snip that through like I'm doing here, and then just take that off, and then just peel that off.
Oh, lovely.
Okay, so once you get that done, and then just put this through, and then just take that area off, and then just, can you see how it curls up this way?
That already looks so realistic.
Yeah, so once you finish that, just take the paper, and then just slick that in top, don't worry about that, and then just, I've used the Redican Go as well, and then just take that through, and then just link that. The good thing about our wonder sheets, our mat is, it helps you to emboss it double-sided. Okay. Because sometimes what happens if you use another mat, it does not give you it gives you like a matted look to it if you double heat it.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah.
So once you get that done, embossing, and then all you need to do, just take that and just heat that through.
Okie pokely. Whilst you're heating that through, I'm going to get a little bit of a votaroo going. Votaroo. For demo of the show, we have had two elements that we're going to put